and I know that, okay, it's like, all right, yeah, the recording as well. Okay, so I'm Furkan, and some of you know me very well from Spain, that I like water and I work a lot and I'm a bold person. So, I will basically skip this part. So I work for Volunteer Europe. So we are also like a partner organization in this Window Youth project from Belgium. And today I'm going to be your facilitator for this workshop, which is about podcast promotion. So it's going to be like an almost 90 minutes webinar. So you're going to be with me talking about the social media and how we use social platforms and stuff like that. So this is the topic of today. But just like to give you like an overall overview of what is going to happen today. So this is the introduction part, right? And then we are going to set some rules for today's webinar, and then we will be just like doing kind of like a small activity to just energize ourselves. Because at least personally today I started traveling at like 9 a.m. and I'm still not at my destination. So I'm somewhere near the French border. So hopefully I will be in Strasbourg right after the training. So that means I need to be moving a bit. So we are going to do kind of like a small activity. And after that, I will give you a short introduction about how we can use different social media channels, platforms, and tools to promote our podcast episodes. And after that, we are going to go into virtual reality and we are going to discover the virtual exhibition of our project at the moment. So we are going to be split up into different groups, and you're going to be working with your group members to escape, let's say, from the exhibition. And also, like after that, we are going to be talking about how we can promote our podcast that you created for as like a homework. And there are really great podcasts. So thank you so much for your time and energy for this. So we are going to be promoting them. So we are going to choose randomly some podcast episodes from the participants of the training in Seville. And then some groups will be working on the 2000s, and some of us will be working on 2020s. So again, we will have two different kind of time sets, and then we will be working on this. And after that, we will be having kind of like a promotion activity in the virtual exhibition so that we can actually walk around and see what the others actually did. So without any further ado, setting the rules right. So I know that personally, I'm speaking kind of not slow. So I accept that. So when you think that I am speaking kind of fast, so you can actually go to your Zoom account and there is this react button. So when you click on it, and if you think that like, I am kind of speaking fast, you just react and give me some kind of applauses and stuff like that. So I stop, I go slower, but I also think that okay, I'm doing a great job for the facilitation. So the small activity of today. So before I open my, like share my screen and go to the Canva board, we are working on water on different cases. So what I would like you to do all now is that you just need to find the closest item which is blue in your room, on your desk, or whatever. So you will just have like 30 seconds to find an object that is blue. And then once we find it, you are going to come back to the Zoom and you will just show it to all of us. Remember, it has to be blue. So 30 seconds starts now. So you have 30 seconds. Go on.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Sevash.
How are you? I just arrived. I don't know what's happening in 30 seconds.
Great.
But
You
I will
have
be
you have
here
30
to accompany
seconds to find the closest object that is blue, Sevash. Something that is blue. You need to show us.
you. To me,
Yeah. Everyone is looking for like a blue item at the moment. And I see like pencils, I see
actually, I
cups,
have blue
I
next
see.
to me.
Great, but we also need to see you like on the camera. I see
Oh,
the
yeah,
band
of
roll
course,
up
of
over
course.
there.
It's sick. It should be completely blue or anything just inside the blue.
Yeah, okay,
There's
just
something.
like personal stuff. Okay, I usually tell
Okay,
this to
okay.
my
I
friends.
find my
Okay,
dog ball.
perfect. Never mind.
Okay, you can see me now.
Okay,
I
so
found
we are
it.
gonna take a screenshot. All right? So just show your items on the camera and smile in the meantime. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much for this. I got the screenshot. So again,
I'm
okay,
very
we
glad.
did the environment.
Yes, please.
Perfect, Sevaj. Okay, so I talked about Sevaj because there are some people who joined like later. So we did this small activity to energize ourselves. And now I'm just gonna like share my screen to show you what I did on Canva for today's presentation. And after that, we will be playing another game, but in the virtual reality setup. And then we will just like move on with today's activity. So first of all, yeah, let's go to Canva. And I will also share the link with you anyway. So you will be also working with your groups on this Canva board. And we are pretty much doing good with the timing. So today's episode is all about the podcast promotion, right? So some of you joined us 2 weeks ago in Seville for the entire training that we organized for almost 40 professionals coming from 7 different countries. We recorded podcasts, we like edited the podcasts, and we also came up with some materials to promote our groups, our brand, and also like our podcast episodes. But today's episode is specifically dedicated to the promotion of the podcasts. So this is kind of like the chart that I kind of use to have like kind of a mind map when I talk about what I think is important when it comes to podcasting. So as you see in the center, to promote the podcast, the most important thing is like the target group, right? Because in this project, we are going to be working with young people coming from different contexts.
Hello.
Sometimes, hello, so in some cases, we can actually aim for, like engaging hundreds of young people simultaneously so that we can have like a big outreach. But in some cases, because of the context that we work with or like the profiles of the young people, maybe we can just like aim for like tens of young people to reach at the same time. So this is kind of like a critical at the moment, which is also connected to like the images that you will see anyway on the left-hand side on my screen later on during the webinar. So that's why I put the target group at the center of this podcast, because even now when we talk about young people in different kind of countries and the cultural setups, it differs like from one country to another. So in Belgium, in Sweden, in Denmark, in Greece, in Turkey, or like other parts of Europe, so other parts of the world, we have different kind of profiles. So once we actually like get to know about like whom we are actually working with, because in some cases, because some of us are here a bit like younger than the others, so we also listen to podcasts, no matter the context, the subject. So maybe it's about the politics, maybe it's about the sports, or maybe it's about the media or news, no matter. So we listen to some of them. And the creators of this podcast know that, okay, we are going to be listening to this, because if someone basically talks about football, the audience will be more likely, let's say, men, but also who's interested in playing football or like watching football. And also like today, when you go to the virtual exhibition later on, so we have like the photos, and you will see like from different kind of examples and how people actually promoted their podcast, depending on the target group they are actually targeting. And in some cases as well, when you go to social media, right? So we have like different kind of platforms at the moment that are critical in the youth engagement part. 10 years ago, we didn't have TikTok, but we had like something like Vine. I think it was called Vine anyway. So we have different kind of platforms at the moment. So if you use Spotify, if you use TikTok, if you use Instagram and Facebook, that lots of things changes. Because if you go on TikTok and just like write in the search bar, podcast, you are going to see that, okay, it's mainly people, it's like mainly the videos that are made. It's like basically it's about the consumption. So you just like spend 15 seconds. So you listen to some people, as you see here in the videos. So you just see them, and it is just like so fast consumption. It's like capitalism. So you watch something on a video, then if you're interested, you just go onto the profile and see the podcast. But in most of the cases, people tend to scroll down because they don't like to, let's say, listen to podcasts or listen to any kind of materials that are like longer than 10 seconds, 15 seconds, which is also connected to the attention span that we are having at the moment. And there is like a great example that maybe if you have seen that already on different kind of social platforms, but this is quite interesting. So the first example comes here. So this is like a podcast. I don't know what it is about, but it was so great when I saw this on TikTok. So there is like a guy here who's talking about podcasts. So they're like doing a podcast on maybe media or maybe like society, maybe like philosophy. But on top of it, you see like a video, like it's like a game video. Because the reason is that when they focus on this kind of podcast, especially the young people, they usually get bored. So instead of like listening to this short video, they watch this video, but in the meantime, listen to what this guy actually has to say. So this is also connected to the target people. So if we know that, okay, in Belgium, in Antwerpen, in Brussels, or like in Athens, like basically if we know our young people, so that's kind of like the first step that we can actually take. Because if we know that, okay, if they don't use TikTok, then it's a bit like a kind of problematic to use the platform to engage with the young people that we are actually aiming to reach out to. And there is another kind of personal realization that I got to know recently. Just like a small question, because, okay, it's kind of like a one way at the moment, but we will be done with this part like in maximum 7 or 8 minutes. So kind of like a personal realization. So I asked myself yesterday, which kind of podcast I usually listen to. So it's mainly, like news, sport, or culture. So I listen to them, and that's already great. But I also listen to some personal podcasts. But I don't usually listen to like some people that I don't know in my life. So for instance, yesterday when I went to Google Drive to see your homeworks, I listened almost all of them, not because of it's connected to the project, and also like we are going to be kind of working on the homeworks today in the webinar, but it was also like, I know all of you, so I know your kind of personality, so we got to spend some time and so on. So I was interested already what you have to say like in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, which I enjoyed a lot. So that was kind of like a personal realization. So when I actually look for some podcasts on different kind of subjects, so if I see familiar faces or like familiar voices or familiar characters and profiles, I, and probably more young people, tend to listen to those podcasts. So connected to the target group, so choosing the platforms are kind of critical at this stage. But also, you will realize that people are actually not just putting videos of their podcast clips, because this is visual, so this is important to put them on the social platforms, unless you use Spotify, because for which you have just like a text where people actually can just read the material. But in most of the cases, you will see that, okay, there is like a text accompanying the video. Why? Because then again, it's connected to attention span. That, okay, if you just need to spend time to understand what people are actually saying, it's demanding, it is tiring. So that's why nowadays, whenever you see like videos on different kind of social platforms, or when young people see the videos, so they tend to also like see directly the captions, the subtitles. And this is also connected to the movie sector, by the way, because whenever I see like a movie, even in my native language, if I see the subtitles, even again in my native language, I tend to follow the subtitles, and it's distracting in some cases. But this is kind of like how our attention system works. But later on, so this is also a bit like connected to like tips that we can actually give, and also like the types that we can actually talk about today. So again, subtitles, captions, this is like kind of like an important tool that we can actually do. But how we do that, right? Because we cannot basically come up and say that, okay, this is our podcast of like 10 minutes, and then we are just gonna like listen to it, then we are gonna transcribe it, which takes probably ages, then write it down, use the application and stuff. So one kind of solution for this is basically on Google. So I recently needed to do different kind of video captions for different videos. So I just basically interestingly typed in Google and said, like, I need captions. I asked, by the way, ChatGPT, what are the tools already available on internet? So it gave me like some examples. So I use Capwing, for instance. So basically what you do, you just upload your video, and the AI automatically transcribes what you have actually had to say in the podcast episode. And after that, you just need to read what is written, or like what is transcribed from the tool, and then you just move on and incorporate the subtitles into your video, so that you can actually use it for the promotion side of your podcast. But then what else we can actually use is kind of like a tools to make the videos or the reels, because we need the text, right? So whenever you put the podcast on different platforms, so it might be Spotify, it might be SoundCloud, or it might be just like social media, where you just put the 10 seconds or 15 seconds of a clip of your podcast. So what I tend to see is that, especially among young people, so we can actually see the use of ChatGPT a lot on the social media platforms, even like for the homeworks that we did for the training that happened in Seville. So interestingly, there are so similar scripts among different participants. It's not because they have something similar to say, but it is also about like how we use the ChatGPT and come up with like similar text that doesn't sound human, by the way. So it's also applies same on the social media platform. So if you go on Instagram and just like write the description of your podcast or any kind of materials that you want to put on the post, please, ChatGPT is always great. It can always help, but it doesn't sound human. So you can actually see if a text is written by ChatGPT or not. Because what is mostly important for this concept, for the promotion of the podcast, is the human aspect of it. Because we are there to listen to humans. We are there to listen to their stories or what they have to say. Coming back to the promotion side for the platforms. So usually what I put already here, it's the faces of the people, right? So I didn't put any car, houses or streets or the nature, because when you see the people talking or like when you see people's faces on the promotion, on the posts, so you tend to also like click on and listen to or like just like more interested in what they have to say. So this is another kind of like a tips for the promotion side. We are not going to dive into yet the technical side of them, but yeah, we will get there hopefully soon. Another stuff for the types of the promotion. So we know that okay, we have like videos and reels which are really important for different target groups, especially among the young people. Then you can use the text descriptions to write something about your podcast on Instagram, but also like on Spotify. But there is also like another kind of like types which are about like how we use the visual material. So you can actually sometimes come up with only one page material. So you can just, as some of you did already in Seville, that you have only one page, which you say, okay, maybe let's take our group's example, Pandushi. So we had an example, we had logo, we had the window youth logo as well, and we had the panda, and also like we had kind of like an image for our podcast episode. This is great, but in some cases you can actually come up with multiple pages so that you can actually scroll left and right. Because what is also like kind of interesting among young people is that when you see posts on different kind of social platforms, especially on Instagram, if you see more pages, you can actually just like swipe left and continue reading more about the content, because it is kind of obvious that if you have only one page, you don't have that much space to tell about what you have to say. But you have more pages, so you have more space, but it's a bit more risky. So there is always kind of like a balance. All right. I see some people already entered, so I'm just going to accept them in the meantime. But also about going beyond our already engaged target group. So in my case, I can actually say that, okay, we know young people in the process and we want to engage with them. But it is sometimes really difficult to, like engage with those who are not in your bubble. So that's why it's really important to have the videos or different kind of post materials. But sometimes you can use the ads, for instance. You just pay Facebook or Instagram for 10,000 of interaction. You just pay basically 8 euros or 9 euros. And then you get the interactions from different kind of people. But then the first question is, what do you actually want to achieve with your podcast? Because in some cases that I do podcasts in my current work, I don't really necessarily need to engage with like thousands of young people, because they will not listen to what I have to say for the environment or like for the current work that I'm doing in Brussels, because I have a specific target group. Let's say like young people living in this area of the Brussels, from age 18 to 25. So I want them to listen to my podcast. Or in some cases, it might be the politicians. It's really hard to reach out to them by social medias because it's difficult. But you can just like target them with different kind of emails or like messages. But again, it's really important to have the personal contact at the moment. One really last thing about like the technical aspect for like the theoretical aspect of the promotion. So if you have the podcast, if you have the brand, let's say, let's take the example of Pandushis. So this is our brand, this is our name. So we are going to be basically talking about different subjects of heroes coming from different cultural backgrounds, whether they are born in Italy, they get injured in Spain, or like they are getting into a fight in Athens with other people. It doesn't matter, but this is our concept for our podcast. So for this one, we can actually necessarily aim for having different kind of platforms for our own use. So we can have Instagram, we can have Facebook, we can have TikTok, we can have LinkedIn. So lots of different kind of platforms. But it is again time, it's draining. We don't have that much time.
Okay.
So in some cases, so there are like applications like Buffer. most of the stuff here I mentioned, it requires like payment for, if you go for like more than 3 accounts, so you need to pay for Buffer, let's say, to organize your posts. But what Buffer does, for instance, so you just have the text and the posts for different kind of social media platforms, and once you click on the button, it goes to everywhere. All right. Okay, I talked a lot, and I hopefully didn't talk that fast. So that was kind of like the first theoretical aspect of our podcast promotion side. And I find it's always like a boring if I just talk and explain some stuff that I find a little bit theoretical. So it's always have nice to have the exchange, because what I truly believe is that there is no one right thing or like wrong thing to do in the promotion, because it's all about how you actually come up with stuff, come up with your materials, define your objectives, and engage with your target groups. Because I can say that, okay, the most correct option would be like, let's say, having the stories on Instagram, but in some cases it might not work. And also getting into the promotion side, so you can actually get trained for this. But the more you practice, the more you do, let's say, prepare posts, the more you get actually kind of skilled and qualified to do the promotion in your job, in your like personal life. So getting feedback from young people, because we are going to be working with them, right? When we start actually doing the podcasts. So just talk to them, because sometimes I talk to young people. Okay, I'm young, right? But sometimes I just need also like opinions, because once it happened to me that, okay, I was creating some social media posts for environmental projects. And I just asked like a young person from Italy, aged 18. And I said, okay, how is it going on TikTok about our posts? And the girl said, Furkan, I'm sorry, but it's just boring. I just like skip your videos. It's not okay. It's not fun. So after that, I basically changed the strategy, and basically after that, the comment was basically more kind of positive, and we engaged more young people. So again, having this kind of communication with your target groups would be critical. Okay, perfect. Okay, I just stop at the moment because we have some other things to do. But before I go for the virtual exhibition setup and more about like what we are going to do in the group settings, just like a small background of what the podcast is. So it starts in the 2005. So with the iPod, so people actually started recording their podcasts and started promoting their podcasts on different website platforms back then. But now that we have the platforms, So today, so in small groups, we are going to be basically working on Canva, on this platform, on this Canva board. So you are going to come here with your group, and you're going to be allocated, assigned for the homeworks that are done already by participants of the civil training. So you are going to be basically preparing materials to just promote them on, let's say, Instagram in our cases, because I just wanted a bit like more simple. And for this, we are going to have two different kind of setups, because I want you to explore two different time frames, because not all of us are here and know what happened actually in 2003 or 2004 or 2006. But the idea is that, okay, you have the one podcast in your group to work on, then you are going to be assigned for two different tasks. So you are going to come up with first a post to promote that specific podcast. It doesn't have to be perfect, by the way, because we don't have the time, and we are also like working online. So you're going to be promoting the same podcast in 2000s. So that's the first thing. So you just need to think about like, what was the situation 20 years ago almost, or like 18 or 17 years ago? What were people doing on the internet, or how did they actually get the information? Because here, so this is the first example from the 2000s. So this is the most downloaded radio podcast show ever in the world. It's like millions of people downloaded this show, and they started in 2005, and they ended the podcast in 2008. And it's from Ricky Gervais, so comedian and stuff, but they were like doing the podcast like for 3 years before they got really like famous with their job in the UK. And there is also like another guy who has been doing podcasts for almost 20 years. So this is a lot, but the guy still continues doing the same podcast. So we just want to visit, okay, what we will be doing 20 years ago. And then we will come back to the current point to see like, okay, what we might do differently in terms of our promotion. And also there are other kind of podcasts that I put here, but it will guide them. It will guide you when you actually start working with your groups. I stopped sharing my screen because I need to post some links today and in the chat. But if you have any questions before we dive into the second part of our workshop, just feel free to ask at the moment. Mm. If there is no question, that will be also great. Anyways, go on,
No, I
Serge.
don't have any question. No.
Okay.
I'm okay, you know,
Uh,
I got you.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
There's no one.
Because like because in the workshop it's a bit difficult to like work on the designing of the promotional materials, because especially
True.
probably many of us have different kind of understanding and like skills to use Canva. So what we are going to do in the group setting, so I will be visiting different kind of groups to help you out with your promotion and with how you basically come up with the posts. So I didn't show you on my Canva to basically like promote one material, because I want to see first how you actually come up with your concept first. So for this, I'm just basically pasting two different links. The first one is the Canva board, and you will see that, okay, there are already 8 different groups, and I will just like basically, we will just see the groups when we start the breakout room. So it's going to be just like an automatic one. But what I want to show you now, if you click on the second link, this is a bit kind of exciting because we are going to do something different. Okay, here. I'm just sharing my screen. And I think you are going to see, okay, cool. So you are going to see something that is beautiful. That is something in the virtual reality. And for this, so if you click on the link, you are going to be directed to this place, and you are going to read some materials. It's about the project, but there are some kind of like hints that are hidden already in the room for you to actually get in touch and get to know your group members. So it just takes for 5 minutes or 10 minutes at the beginning to figure out what this QR code is here to do. So before I do the breakout room, so this is basically the virtual reality room, and you have different kind of walls for you to actually get in touch with you. And as I already explained, so just like get to know each other. There are some images, you are just gonna figure out what they are actually for. And on this wall, you are gonna see the basically already images that I showed you about, like different kind of promotional materials for different podcasts. So you are gonna visit them. But eventually, once we are done with the overall activity of the today's workshop, we are going to have this wall to actually see what the others created for how they actually would promote. Let's say Wasso created a podcast for about her journey in Seville, and let's say that okay, Fiorentina basically comes up with the promotional material for the Wassos with her group Wassos podcast. So here, eventually, we will have the chance to see like, okay, what you actually created, and then we will have some kind of like a feedback session to talk about, okay, what are the differences? But the thing is, also like in your group, also think about in two different contexts. First, we are talking about the 2000s, so we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have Reels, we didn't have stories. So it might just be about like doing some kind of really simple podcast post. But nowadays, it might be a bit different. So it's just kind of like a group discussion that we are going to be having later on. Is everything clear at the moment? All right. So the task is I'm gonna open the breakout rooms. You are gonna be assigned automated to your breakout room, and then you will just start playing first the game on the exhibition, virtual exhibition. So the game purpose is that there is like a missing painting from the museum. So you have 10 minutes maximum with your group members to work on this part. It's just for you to actually get to know each other, because I know that some of us know each other very well from Spain, from Seville, but some of us didn't have the chance to talk to each other. So this is kind of like an important aspect to actually start to working in the group. And once you are done with the task, because when you actually scan the QR code, you will see that, okay, there's like a passport required. And then you will see like the image. And once you are done with that, you are going to be basically working on the podcast. And I will have probably 10 minutes to come back to your like groups to assign you with the podcasts that I created by the participants of the civic training. So while you play, I'm going to be working in the background to give you the podcast episode for you to actually work for the work of the promotion. All right. If there is no question at the moment, breakout room is, I'm just going to create them, and we will have, I'm so bad at it. Okay, we will have 7 breakout rooms. So that means Okay, I'm so bad at it. Okay, let's say we are gonna have 6 breakout rooms. You are gonna be assigned automatically, and you will just see what happens. Okay, so I'm just open the rooms, and then you will just go to your breakout room. And please, the link is important for the virtual exhibition. This is the first starting point. Okay, I see some people
Furkan,
here. Go on, Jetta.
I lost my
Hey.
room. I did
You
something
lost your
in it.
room.
I don't know.
It is room 1. And okay,
Yes,
sorry.
would you like to
Now,
send? Oh, thank you.
you're welcome. Maile, do you want to join the group sessions or?
I'm looking for my name in the room, but I couldn't find. So where should I go?
Yeah, I'm just sending you to. Oh my God, where is you? Where are you?
But it's okay. I can go to any room. Roberto is not here now, or Roberto is here.
Because you are the host, so I couldn't assign you. Hold on.
Oh, it's okay. I will join.
You can actually join if you click on like any room that
Yes,
you
I
have
will join any
already.
room. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, then I will just see.
Okay, see you.
Hi, Mai.
Oh, hi, bye.
For the
Hello.
2000 years.
Good. Oh.
Yes.
Let's see.
So what we are doing now, we go to the exhibition, no?
Yes, we have in the chat group the links. Let's see. I don't see it
Elena,
yet.
are you moving? I'm traveling with you too.
Let's see.
We need to go to the QR code and to open it, or we need to do something else.
I think you click in the link say art laser that Furkan sent us. The second link.
I cannot see the link.
This one, the second
Do
one.
you have?
Yeah, I will send you again.
Yeah,
Yes, can you
please
resend it, please?
Yes.
Or Savi, can you send it in the Viber? Oh, okay, I see it now.
So
Thank you.
you click on this and you will just click enter.
Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
but I'm
Thank you,
in
Mai.
and I don't
You're
understand
welcome.
what I need to do in the room. It's really attractive.
So now we have to find the QR code or just see what's missing.
No, I think from what I understand, he said because all the information in different walls, you can move. You can
Somehow,
move.
yes, it's clear. Unfortunately, my computer is not fast.
Raluca?
It's going so slow. I cannot enter. Okay. I'm in.
Okay.
So we need to find the QR code. I'm here. I see.
Can you
Now let's
actually
see
read what's written?
Yes. If you move your mouse, you can see different walls, and you zoom in, you can see what's written on the wall.
Okay. I see. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of blurry, but it's good enough, I guess.
Inquire. No.
There are like to the bottom right, you see the arrow up, down, and left, right. You can really
Yes, yes, we are moving,
Right.
but I couldn't understand.
Yes.
Oh,
Previous next
okay, thanks for
secret room.
I need to install an app.
really they ask for an app.
Yeah. Art Placer.
Maybe because you are using your phone.
First asking ChatGPT or Google what Caesar Chiper is.
Yes.
Did you get to Caesar Chiper, that riddle or something like that?
Now I will read. I
No.
will go to it.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I cannot enter. Do you manage to enter?
And after
You
that,
just
we need to
type it.
discover.
I
Let's see.
cannot write it.
Where are you, Safka? You mean in Canva?
I'm trying to understand who is Caesar Chiper.
Maybe Cipher. Chiper.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm here. So how is it going in this room?
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
how's it going in this room?
From the
What are we supposed to do? I think
Well,
we're
you were a bit
confused.
lost.
Okay,
Yes.
are you are you in the room at the moment?
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, there are different stuff written on the wall, right? And you see a QR code scan already over there. So you just need to put a code of the something for the QR code. Then you will actually get like a painting. Then after which I think okay, I cannot speak at the moment. Scan the QR code and go to Vault Room. And there is like a question over there in red. And it basically asks, it's like a riddle. It says it belongs to you, but it's used quite often by other people. So once you figure out this riddle, put the QR code and then it's done. Is it clear at the moment?
Yes, we see the QR code. Okay.
Yeah, but I can
Yes.
scan it. View in RR.
Okay, so that's why we have the group work, by the way. So you just need to talk to each other. One of you scan the QR code, open the link. Another one of you basically figure out what's the riddle is about. You can use Google as well, so it's up to you. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
On the
No.
main east wing.
So have you all scanned the QR code?
No, I was
No, I
there,
cannot.
so they went to see the painting, and it gave me an instruction to ask Google who is Caesar Chiper or something like that.
Unfortunately, my computer is too slow for this. And
now
it's
I cannot
working
go
very
out
slowly,
again.
and I cannot really
You all access to the
do
QR
anything.
code because they require password, no? Do they
Yes, I see it requires a password when you go to nimbo.li, right? That
so what is the password?
website.
Sorry.
I just see that it needs one.
Yes, me too. I don't know what the password is.
I don't know. But you were on the website nimbo.li, right? Nimbo.li 6D, that one?
No, I mean the website Art Placer exhibit.
Yeah, me too.
And then I
Why
saw the
did it
QR
take me
code.
to the other website
Yes,
then?
Nimbo. Yes, Elena, sorry.
Oh, okay,
Nimbo
it's Nimbo. Oh, okay, okay.
.li and then password needed.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
to
will
do
ask
now.
Furkan for the password. I don't know, he might be running around. How is it going for you, Safka? Could you answer?
I was
I couldn't.
I went at the door at the wall with the QR code.
Yes.
I decided that probably I have other instructions, so I went to another wall where there was a painting instruction to look for Caesar cheaper
Mhm.
in Google or to ask GDP. So I went in Google to look what it is. Then I received the instructions that I need to go to the wall with the QR code, and I cannot move out of the wall where I am right now. So I needed to go out, and now I'm coming in again
Went into this. and,
because my
it gave me
computer is
option
very
to leave
slow,
a
and I
message.
cannot move freely in the room.
Ah, wait, I'm a bit lost, so I mean,
Are we supposed to, is the password the answer to a riddle or something like that we should find?
maybe do you
Or
think we have to read all the words and then we find the password when we read the words?
maybe, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's read the words.
Let's see. Empowering young people.
So slow to move around.
Ah, there's one red secret riddle.
Yeah, it belongs to you, but other people use it more than you do. What it is?
Yes,
It belongs to you. Oh, yes, but other people use it more than you do.
What it is?
it belongs
My
to.
name. My name.
Yeah,
No?
that's true. Yeah, I think so. Name. Yeah. So the
Ah, yeah.
password
Okay.
should be name.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe let's try the password. Name.
Any name?
Name.
Name. Maybe the word
Uh,
name.
name.
No.
Yeah.
Ah, incorrect.
Somebody's name, maybe Furkan's name. I don't know. Or
Window youth, maybe.
Youth.
maybe.
Ah, there's another one in the left. I thought red is the shade that keeps stories inside. Ah, okay, sorry. So let's try window use. Window use.
You.
Window.
It works?
I don't think so, at
No,
least here.
it's incorrect.
No.
Let's try focus.
Hmm.
No, incorrect.
Podcast?
Let's try whatever now. No.
Hmm. Yeah.
Where's Elena?
She was traveling in the bus. There is an
Ah,
option that she
yes,
left out.
okay. Have you found any hints? I don't know. I'm stuck. I couldn't find any.
Me neither. I'm thinking.
Before there is something with these numbers at the first page, and there are numbers at the first page, 173,
Ah, yes, yes. But should we try?
and
Yeah.
there is something on this
S.
page where you see where is Ronaldo. There is A on I don't know. On the picture it's written A. I don't know.
Have you already decoded? Okay. Come
A,
closer.
A. Where we see A? Ah, with Cristiano Ronaldo, you mean?
Yes, but there are also
Okay.
context.
Hello again. It took some time for me to figure out the other groups, but I'm just gonna give you the next task. Are you done with the escape room?
No. We are looking for
No.
the password for the website. We couldn't find the password yet.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna reveal the podcast at the end of the podcast then. It might be
Okay.
a bit difficult, but it is all right. So what I want you to do now, you will just go to Canva, the group, like the Canva board, and
Mm-hmm.
you are group number 4. And as a group number 4, you are assigned for this podcast that is created by Sarah. So I give you 2 options because of time constraints. You can either focus on 2000s, so you basically promote this podcast in 2006, just like think about maybe just like the post, or you promote your podcast at the current stage. So it's up to you to decide, but I want you as a group to work on this promotion altogether. Is that all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm just gonna leave now and I'm just gonna go to another room. See you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Аз не можах той дойде и ни даде нова задача, защото ние не можахме да намерим password.
Podcast
Yeah,
includes action.
it's probably not here.
Еми от моята група
So we go to Canva.
I cannot hear the audio podcast.
Really? Let me try.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Sarah. The first one is a picture. The second one is MP3.
Mm-hmm. The MP3 doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it works, but it's very low. The volume is
Okay.
low.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Yes, I'm trying to understand the task. So we have to find and we have to promote for this podcast in the year of 2006.
Yes, we need to promote the Sarah's podcast like it is in 2006.
Thank you.
I don't know this song. It was from my very young years. Probably it's from 2006. But I didn't hear the podcast, so
Yes, I'm listening to it now too.
Have you heard the podcast?
I just listened. I'm still listening to it, but the volume is really low. It's really hard to listen.
My phone doesn't allow me to hear. I
Should
guess
should I
to
play
the
and then
voice.
share the sound with you?
Yeah, if you can,
Okay.
please,
Yes, wait.
you can do it. Thank you so much.
Can you hear it now?
Mm-hmm.
It felt for me,
Wait.
you know, this song Ironic by Alanis Morissette. It's about a woman getting in her car for a road trip. She seems to be alone, but then she takes a glimpse in the rear view mirror and we can see other versions of her sitting also in the car. It felt for me that going to Seville on a plane was somewhat like that for me. I take all these versions of me. I have in me this mother part, which is a huge role, and then she can take up a lot of place. And then you have this playful, curious child who is always wandering around, wanting to know what's to discover in the world. Then you have this really anxious person, and she gets panic attacks by nearly anything she can think of, taking a plane, meeting new people, all those stuff. And then you have this somewhat mature version of the child, and she's very passionate and has a lot of beliefs and willing to strive for those things in the world. And all of those parts came with me on Seville, and I could feel how by meeting all those new people and by doing all this cool stuff, they could switch positions inside of me. And also from those different positions, taking the lead or not, make connection with other parts of other people there in the team building or playing games or thinking about a really cool concept for a podcast. And it struck to me that in a short amount of time, different people made connection with different parts of me or saw different things in me, like a mother or an actress or just someone they felt close with. And it's that kind of energy I want to take with me. Like you jump into this van for a road trip that is already on the move, and you feel a lot of energy of everybody sitting in, but it's also a really safe place. Nobody gets left behind. And I think that's the most valuable thing of me for this journey that I want to spread around the world. It's a journey. You don't come out the same way you came in.
That's it. Could you hear it, or is it
Mhm.
difficult to hear?
Thank you so much for sharing with me because I couldn't hear a thing.
Could you hear a bit now? Because it was very low. It's hard to understand also.
Yeah. I had just found I'm here. Yeah. Okay. I searched on the Google that Facebook was launched on 2004. So Facebook
Okay.
is a good platform.
Okay, so we can use Facebook. Where is our group
Yeah.
4, right? Group 4.
Room 4, yeah.
Wait, let me go to Canva group 4. And what do we put here? I saw only 2 like Instagram posts.
I guess we need to make a poster for promote our podcast from Sarah's podcast.
Okay, so we can add a photo here, let's say.
Yeah.
She already have do you see? She already had a cover. We can use this, no?
Yeah, with the bus
Yes. Should I
because it's cute.
should I put it to the Canva?
Yeah. You can try this.
Okay. I will share my screen so you can see and we can tell me the comment too. Okay.
Yeah.
I will add this one here.
Mhm.
And we have to write something, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's write something.
Let me think, because on Facebook we put more text than we do on other platforms. So wonder and wonder.
A podcast.
I believe it needs to be kind of a description of what
Yes, we have to
the
write a
people
Make that
description.
stop
We have to write a description for the post.
and take it, yes, as a screenshot, yes.
something sincere and very personal, sharing about sincere and about personal journey or something like this.
Do you think the
Because
photo
it's
with
really nice and very analytical.
show our podcast with the whole group?
Raina is talking here and she's making the promotion of Lucas
That's why I can see.
podcast
Okay.
Yes.
next to me. She is making the promotion of your podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
So what should I write here?
I mean, in one of the
Are you ready to wonder and wonder with us? I can see very blur.
we are. And actually,
Wonder and wonder.
she's working in a group with Rebecca right now.
Are you
so
ready to wonder
tells
and
her
wonder
that
with
we
us?
are,
I don't know.
watching
Yeah. It's good. It's a good one.
Okay, and then
I believe
After
it
that.
needs to be not with us, but with Sarah, because I
I was-
really believe it's very personal what she shared in this podcast.
I mean, we are
Because
writing in the
she's-
word of Sarah, no? Or
What?
are we writing in the word of Sarah or we are writing in the word of ourselves? I mean,
We need to make a promotion of her podcast.
Do you see what I put in?
Of her
okay.
podcast, why
Yeah,
it
of
was
our-
at
Of her idea.
Okay. So are you ready to wonder and wonder with Sarah? Sarah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should say briefly what is the story about?
The journey, let's see.
The podcast. This episode, maybe. This episode will bring us to a journey. I don't know what journey. To Sevilla. Is it a Sevilla?
Sevilla, yeah. Travel
Yeah.
and reflect or something.
Mm.
But
This
it's
episode
not,
is a
it's more about the personal traveling with her personal feelings and her personal roles. It's something like traveling into herself, not only in Sevilla. She met different roles of hers, different reactions she faced, and at the end it was a very nice experience. But this is, for me, the accent in this podcast, the meaningful in this podcast is the personal journey. This,
So how
this is
should we put this in sentence? This episode is a talk about.
Let's say soul trip or something. It's too much.
What did you say?
A soul trip?
A soul trip, a soul journey, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because it's talking about the reflection as well.
Okay, so this episode sorry, I have to stop. So, Raluca, can you please continue writing in the Canva? I think there's some problem with the technical. I had to go back to the main room.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do that.
I will come back after.
Elena came back to the training, but they assigned her in another room.
Mike, can you send me the Canva link, please? I don't have it.
Hello again. I'm in room number 4. How's it going?
Okay, please. I needed the Canva link, so now I have it. Thank you. Let's
Did you
see.
listen to podcast?
Yeah, I have.
And what
We
was
have.
it about?
A
And
soul journey or reflection.
And was there any kind of locations, events, or anything mentioned? No?
I really didn't hear the location.
Okay. I mean, no worries. I mean, if that is the case, no worries. So I see that you have already started working on this, and there is like, okay, perfect. I see like already the image uploading. Okay, I will come back in 5 minutes. Then I will just check in with you. How is it going? All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Are you ready to wander with Sarah? This episode soul journey.
To Seville.
It's a V. We must add this, yeah? Soul journey. In Sevilla. Okay. And for the other details, what are we gonna say? For the post on Instagram, we put the same picture with Wonder and Wonder, a podcast interludes of reflection that she has.
Sorry, Reluca, I think Safka mentioned a very good idea about it's the soul of it's not only in Sevilla, but it's like in her
In general,
like she traveled to different character in herself, no? In different path in herself.
Oh, okay. So it says like soul journey, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, yes, I think that's good.
Yeah. And the same pictures we had from Sarah, we must put it on the Instagram post that is next to.
Why we become group 3 now? I thought we are group 4.
Yeah, we are 4. I don't know
But
why.
in top on top of this say group 3.
We can.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, we need to put on the group 4, I guess.
Okay,
no?
let me move to 4 quickly.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Yes. Should I do it or you want to do it?
No, please, because I'm on my phone. I don't know
Okay.
if it's easier or hard.
I don't know. Let me move this to 4. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, we're good. So journey in Sevilla. Okay, perfect.
Okay. So the next one, we must put a picture with for the details that describes.
What photo should we post? Or should we design something new? I don't know.
Please, can you repeat again, Mike?
Yes. Should we design something new? Because we don't know what to put now.
Yeah, we can do that because we must think about a poster that connects with 2006, I guess. That style.
The other groups are creating something. They're putting pictures from the podcast, from the training, things like this.
Okay. We have templates.
Let's say 2006. I mean, the color of this looks a bit like 2006, no?
Yeah, it needs to be. Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. It needs to be like vintage or something
Yes.
to look a little bit old.
Maybe instead of do we have her photo? I can add her photo here.
I have in my phone from Sevilla, no?
Yes, I will take from her photo, choose her photo from Sevilla. This one
But
is Sarah from Belgium, no?
yeah.
Okay,
Sarah from Belgium.
let me find a photo of her and we can put it here. I think.
Yeah, and I will try to find one with Sevilla.
Yes, I have with Sevilla. If you have, you can share with me. I can upload here too.
Yeah, I
So,
have.
Sarah, okay. I think I got it. I got one. It's not like a
These two are good? Are good pictures?
I have one. Let me share with you. It looks like this. Maybe I can crop and put her only Sarah.
Yeah. It looks, yeah. Looks nice.
I will take this. Yes. And what kind of caption or with what quotes should I put on the photo? The same quote like wonder and wonder.
This picture looks really nice because it shows that she already found the answers and she wrote them already on the,
Nice, huh?
yeah.
Mhm. And it seems to be like in 2006.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Should I change the color to be a bit more vintage or something?
A little bit, a little bit.
Mm. Okay, color. What do you think? A bit now. Like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I will add the quote, the slogan,
The
wonder,
wonder.
wonder, and wonder.
Hello again,
Hello.
my friends. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. I think we are managing.
Okay. Okay. Good luck with that. I know that it's difficult, but it's rewarding, the entire experience. So thank you
Yes.
so much for your time and efforts.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
Thank
you.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Can pop in and pop
Wonder
out.
and wonder.
Okay. Let me choose the font. Vintage. Oops, sorry. Hmm. I don't like this. Wait, I'll put something.
Mm.
Maybe to the presentation of the cast at the first part where is the picture with
Or
the
maybe
that
also
you
blue,
proposed
because I saw many
in the
blue.
text
Yeah,
in the
maybe
post to
blue,
write the
this
subtitle of the
um,
podcast. A journey on the road to
panels. I don't
reflection
know
or
how to
something like
explain.
this.
Yeah, make this
A podcast into
like dark
roots
blue
of
or
reflection.
yeah in the center, but more dark.
This
maybe,
episode,
more
Soul
light
Journey in
to see.
Sevilla, a podcast into roots
Okay.
of reflection. What do you think?
This blue that is here in the second picture on the Lucas pictures. This type of blue, dark blue. Mhm.
And we need to promote the podcast only on the social media platforms online or in the magazines as well. What do you think?
Maybe a magazine too, because 2006.
2006.
Revelation.
We don't know much about life in 2006, right? I remember what it was. Yes. And yes, there were the most interesting things that we were reading and all the interesting stories we were reading in magazines at this
Yeah.
time. It
Yes.
was before the big coming up with the social media and with the production, with all those people who are
Hello, my
popular
friends.
now.
Hello
Yeah.
again. How's it going here?
Hi.
Raluca, did you see yourself on the Canva?
Yes.
I saw myself. Yeah. I didn't
Your
know that
face,
my
your
story
face.
is so interesting.
Hey, look, I saw
Okay.
you, a celebrity.
Thank you so much. I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a hard subject.
Huh? No?
I'm a
Sorry.
tough subject.
No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to answer, but no, I mean, okay, how is it going here in group number 4?
Mai is doing the hard work.
I think we are good. We finish with the
Yeah.
Okay, you have got 10 minutes, then like 5:30, we will be coming back to the main plenary to have like a 10 minutes of discussion, then we will be done for today's webinar. All right, I hope you enjoyed it so far. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Furkan,
Thank you.
wait. So 10
Yeah.
minutes, we go back to the main room by ourselves, right?
I'm gonna close the breakout room, so I
Okay.
have my authority and
Okay,
power.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we have to write something like a description for this.
Yeah.
Looks really nice.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Okay. Hello. Okay, welcome back again. So it's already 5:30. So I just asked for like 5 more minutes, then we basically close the webinar. So I hope you enjoyed the group work, and I can already see great work that is done by all of you about the podcast we just listened to today. And I think it was a bit fun for some of you because you recorded the podcast yesterday, and now that you see the promotion result of your podcast. And when I saw the cake, okay, it's I don't like make comparison between the posts, but it was just like funny, and because I listened to that podcast anyway. So in like really like a maximum 1 minute, so I will just want to go from group 1 to group 6 and get you kind of like what is the idea and what did you do for the promotion of the podcasts. So I start with group number 1. So group number 1, how did it go and what is the promotion idea that you have? Whoever wants to speak on behalf of group number 1. I need
We will
volunteers.
talk.
Go on.
I'm sorry. We were just like distracted about all the other things that were made, and we're very enthusiastic.
Okay, go on.
We had Maria's podcast, and she was talking about that her journey in Seville was like a dive in the water. So we thought about Dory. Just keep swimming, because she says like at first it's a lot of impressions, but in the end it's way easier, and I felt more comfortable, and it was really fun. And she talked about
Mhm.
her group, the Flamingos. So we had Into the Flamingo and Just Keep Swimming from Dory, and it was called Like a Dive. So a lot of watery
Okay.
stuff, right?
I like this part as well.
Yes.
Okay, then thank you so much, Vivian, Sarah, and Kana and Effie for your artwork for the group number 1. And now we go to group number 2. Okay, we worked on Raluca here. So who's from group number 2? Anyone? If not, okay, then we can go with the group number 3, which worked on group number 7 here. So
That's
anyone
right.
from group number 7 is
Yeah,
okay. Someone is talking. Go
Gosi
on,
is
Gosi.
talking. Okay, so we listened to Vasu's podcast. To be honest, we didn't heard all of it, but it's about youth workers that travel and tell stories.
Mhm.
And that's what our promotion are about. It's about youth stories. Everyone has something to say. Join us. Let's tell some stories. Young travelers. That's it.
Perfect. I missed that thing, by the way, on the post in Germany. I mean, we don't see that quite often, this yellow thing. But thank you so much for the podcast, for the promotion here. Okay, and I go for group number 4 at the moment. So I still see the Rollico is working on this. But group number 4, what happened? I see Sarah here. Group number 4. Anyone from group number 4?
Luca, do you want to share? Okay, so
Can you hear me?
yes,
Sorry.
yes,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, so we heard about Sarah podcast and her journey through Sevilla, soul journey, we said, about reflection. Okay.
Mhm.
And I don't know what I did
Okay.
there with my text. Sorry.
So basically,
No worries.
that is Sarah's journey in Sevilla, but also like it's her personal reflection on different parts of her life too, like with different characters. And we
Mhm.
really like the episode. Sarah, I hope we got it right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the group number 4. Thank you so much for this amazing work. Okay, we have 2 more groups and we are done with today's webinar. Group number 5. Who's still here from group number 5?
I think I am.
Anyone? Go on, Juliana.
Yes, Vivian and I don't know, sorry, Maria talked about their experience like a festival and
Yeah.
eating cakes. But in Seville, actually, we had churros, so happy moments, sunny days. And
Okay.
also, for me, Spain was special because each day had 2 parts, the morning and the night. So at least at 10 o'clock, I'm in my house. Usually in Spain, you go out. So this.
Okay. Okay. Really nice, Juliana. And when I saw this, I thought it was like French fries, but then I was like, no, it should be Belgian. But then it's like churros anyway. Thank you
Maybe
so much for
something
group
in
number
the
5 for
middle.
this.
Maybe something in the middle.
Who knows, right? Okay, perfect. And last but not least, okay, group number 6, the K, Vivian's podcast. Okay, here. Group number 6.
So, um, while listening to the story, what stayed in my head was cakes. Cakes are never enough. The cherry on the top and the weather. So we tried to improvise all these three elements together. So made two ideas, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, really nice. Okay, I think we all need like deserve applauses at the moment. I don't know how to do that. Okay, here I think we can do that with the reaction button. Thank you so much for today's webinar, and thank you so much for your time today. I'm sorry for the technological issue with the virtual exhibition, because what I wanted to have everything on the virtual setup eventually to promote and to actually put them on there. This is gonna happen anyway, so we will put the promotional materials on the exhibition, so you will see and you can walk around. But anyway, I'm sorry for this, but next time it will be better. And we will also have training sessions in Seville in person, so that I can actually show you how you can use Canva really creatively and also effectively. But in the online sphere, it's a bit difficult to show the technicalities of the programs that we use. And we can also dive into, let's say, the videos and stuff. I have a train in 10 minutes. I have to catch it. Hopefully it's delayed already so that I can be chilling a bit
Thank you,
more.
Furkan. Sorry, before we say goodbye, thank you,
Yeah.
Furkan, for your sharing today and for facilitating us. I know it's late already, but please stay with us for 1-2 more minutes to finish the evaluation
Yeah.
form that I sent you in the chat. So that would be nice if you can do it now when everything's still fresh, so we can have your feedback on the webinar. Please let me know if the link works.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Furkan, go for the train.
And Furkan, you can
No,
go.
No,
I-
Furkan, tell me
No, you know
the
what?
password. Sorry. The
Ah, yes,
password.
what's the
sorry,
password,
the
Furkan, please?
password.
We need
Yes,
the password.
I
Okay, I
deciphered
know.
the scissors is the secret, but I don't know the code to enter.
No,
Yes,
no,
Furkan,
the
we
key.
were curious. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, I can miss the train. It's okay. I can take the next one. But the question is, the key question was at the vault wall. So it was about what's the thing that belongs to you, but
Yes.
used
Name.
mostly by other
Name.
people. It's your name.
Ah, your
So
name.
it should be because name is too generic, so it has to be your name.
No,
So
it's
again,
my name. Sorry, it's my name. It's not your
Indeed.
name.
Indeed. So
So
congratulations for those who could actually find the clue, and so the story starry silence. So just for the out of curiosity,
Yes.
so that was the end goal of the webinar, not of the webinar, but of the game. And it is actually gonna be really soon, because you are doing the evaluation at the moment. So I'm just gonna put it in the chat so that you don't basically miss out anything. And hold on. All right. Perfect. That is the starry silence. So that's a really good piece of art. And it's really good. It's really great. It's really nice. Don't ask me who created that, but it's good. Okay. So are you done with the evaluation? How many responses we got, Mai?
How many responses do we get, Alex? Sorry, I don't have the admin right, but I think we are good, huh? Yeah. So can go for your train.
Okay. So thank you so much again for today's, for your time and really enthusiasm and motivation today. And we will be talking more about the promotion in person in Athens in January.
I have
Hopefully
a
I will be there
question.
as well. Go on, Sevash.
So the message, the missing part in the pictures is us.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
That is the human
So
aspect.
I will like, yeah. So we wanted to be there, and that bench which is there, I understand now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
6
Okay, thank you
evaluations,
so
guys,
much.
please.
Okay. Do the evaluation. Thank you so much for the comments. Now I jump on my train and I will see you in Athens. Okay, then. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Furkan. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Furkan. Thank you, everyone.
And
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
the
Bye.
journey continues on
Bye-bye.
9th of January. See you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Bye bye. Everybody leaving very fast. I'm here.
Bye-bye.